Hello, and welcome back. I'm Michelle, and this is Tea, Books, and Daisies, where we talk about tea and books and occasionally life. It's fall here, the leaves are finally starting to change, and with fall comes my favorite thing of all, chai tea. And this chai tea that I've got for you today, I can't wait to tell you all about it. Also, the book that I have is in a genre I don't usually read in. So let's talk about that. So, my tea. My tea is Tazo Chai. Chai tea to me tastes like liquid pumpkin bread. So if you are someone who doesn't like coffee and you feel like you're missing out on the pumpkin spice thing, this could be a nice little thing for you in the fall. Chai is from India. There's lots of spices. There's nutmeg, there's some black pepper, which gives it a little bit of a bite, and you make it with steamed milk. This, I can pop it in the microwave for maybe 45 seconds, make some steamed milk. If you've got a little frother thingy and you want to get fancy, you could froth up some milk and pour it into the mix to make yourself a latte, because that's steamed milk and the mix makes the latte. And it's just lovely. So I have some here in this cup. I don't have a full cup because this is a really big cup. Chai tea is caffeinated, lots of caffeine in it, but it is so delicious. Like I said, liquid pumpkin bread, people. What's not to like about that? And if you're wanting to have a special day, you could also add a little whipped cream. I mean, what's life without a little whipped cream, right? Let me taste it for you. You can taste all those spices, nutmeg and the cardamom and the black pepper. It's really good. If you're not a coffee drinker and you feel like you're missing out on the whole pumpkin spice latte thing, chai could be your drink for the fall. Now, how about this book I have been reading? Wait till I tell you about that. The book. So, once again, it's fiction, so I read it on my iPad Kindle, so I'll link it somewhere around here. But it's called The President is Missing, and it's by James Patterson and Bill Clinton. And I will admit 100% I picked it up because I wanted to see if Clinton gave any kind of clues about what it's like to be the president, you know, behind the scenes, backstage stuff. And I would say there was a little bit of that, not much. I mean, not to give any spoilers, but they kind of move the story outside of the White House. I'm assuming because there's only so much that he could probably talk about because security and all that jazz. So the story is mostly written in first person by the president, whose name is President John Duncan. And it's all about how he has to go, he kind of has to slip through his security net to go talk to these people who are going to give him inside information about a terrorist threat to the US. And the terrorist threat to the US is basically that these terrorists have embedded a virus that is going to essentially set the US back 100 years because it's going to erase the internet. And if you erase the internet, you erase the banking system and all that good jazz. So the story is about how the president has to combat that threat without giving away that he's combating the threat. There's a lot of politics. There's not a lot of politics in it, but you see how politics kind of works in the Beltway, I guess, a little bit. You get to see a lot of political interactions without the story being a political heavyweight story. So the politics of the story are there, but it doesn't get in the way of the plot, which is what I liked. Again, this story is not a genre I read in, although I have to admit that one of my favorite things about having this channel, I'm reading outside of the genres that I normally read, which is kind of exciting. James Patterson is not an author I've ever picked up, and he's a really famous author. He's got tons of books out there. And I think I'll probably read some more of him because it was a fun book. It kept me engaged. I really liked the voice, and I don't know if that voice was because it was a combination of him and Mr. Clinton, or if that's his normal voice. So I'm kind of interested to know about that. But overall, I I liked it. And I found all the characters believable. I wasn't sure how it was gonna end. There was a twist at the end that was kind of in the back of my head that might be what happened, but it wasn't by any means like slapping me over the head. So I was excited about that. When the end of the story happened, you could see it. You could go back and you could see all the little breadcrumbs that you might not have seen the first read through. It even encourages me to go back and read it again to see if I see those things this time. You know, the second read through, sometimes it's a completely different story, which I love. Let's talk about the daisy. Okay, the daisy. So we've got chai, Tazo chai. Again, you can get this at the grocery store. It's like $5. And this will make, I don't know, 10, 15 cups of tea. I mean, unless you're drinking, I mean, this is kind of more of a bowl with a handle. But in a regular cup, this will give you a lot of tea. And again, I love it with steamed milk. You can make it in the microwave, you can make it on the stove top. Directions are on the back. Really, really good tea. And if you're someone who doesn't like coffee and it feels like they're missing out on the pumpkin spice latte thing, this could be your tea for the fall. So, Tazo chai, and then The President is Missing by Bill Clinton and James Patterson. I'm gonna give this tea and book combination 4 daisies. 4. It was fun. I read this book on the plane and then finished it up. I went back home and visited my mom. I finished it up once I got to mom's house and totally was well worth it. It was a fun ride. I will definitely read it again. Okay, if you liked this video and you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button, and every time I upload a video, you'll know about it if you also hit the bell. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. If you've read the book and you saw the twist at the end coming, let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk about it. Until the next time, always remember, life is better with a cup of tea and a good book in your hand. Till next time, bye.